Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back to episode number 106 of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. In this episode, we're going to be completing what I believe to be the hardest of all the battle CDs. It's actually battle CD number 48, but that's the B-side. Battle CD 47 is located right here in the Cipher Key layer where we obtain Thunderbolt. Now that we have it, let's go. Alright, let's do this. The A-side, which is battle CD number 47, is really not that difficult. It's the B-side that really gives me trouble, and the last couple of times that I have tried to defeat this, not in this playthrough, obviously, because I just picked up the battle CD, but in my previous playthroughs, out of all the battle CDs, battle CD number 48 gave me the hardest time, because a good portion of it comes down to just luck, and it kind of sucks. It's even worse than the metronome one. Oh god, that one's bad too. But anyway, we're going to have Lugia and Ho-Oh on our side for battle CD number 47. And the opponent is going to have Latias and Latios, the twin dragons of Hoenn. And they're both going to have the Soul Dew, which will increase their special attack. And that part sucks. It gives them an unfair advantage, but that's kind of the whole point. Alright. We have two flying types against two dragon types. Let's see. Lugia has Aeroblast, Ice Beam, Icy Wind, and Protect. Then Ho-Oh has Sacred Fire, Aerial Ace, Protect. Yes, we're going to go for Protect on the first turn. And yes, because Latios and Latias will always attack Ho-Oh first. And they're going to double team him, so if you Protect, you get a free turn to use Icy Wind. Not only is Icy Wind super effective, although it's not going to do a whole lot of damage because Lugia's special attack really isn't that high at all. But you're going to get the stat lowering, which is what you need. You need to lower their speed so you get to be able to attack first, at least. Oh yes, and the other attack that Ho-Oh has is Reflect. I don't know if I mentioned that. Alright, so now we're going to go for an Ice Beam with Lugia on Latios, and it takes away about a third of his health, maybe a quarter, not too much. We're going to stick to Aerial Ace with Ho-Oh because Sacred Fire obviously is not very effective on Dragon types. We get the critical hit on Latios there, and that knocks him out, so that's going to help us out tremendously. That's 2-on-1 now. And Latios is going to go for a Thunderbolt. And with that Soul Dew, it almost takes away half of Ho-Oh's health, which is not cool. So if they double team you on the first turn, you're pretty much screwed. Alright, so we can go for another Protect, considering that Latias should attack Ho-Oh again, so that'll buy us an extra turn. We're going to go for an Ice Beam again. You're just going to want to keep spamming this. Unfortunately, you do have to deal with their pressure ability, so it will lower the PP of Ice Beam and any other attack you use on it by 2 instead of 1. But yeah, it's not too bad. Alright, go for an Ice Beam again. And super effective, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Actually, I misspoke. They do not have the pressure ability. I thought they did. It's actually Levitate, so don't worry about your PP. You should be fine. Just don't use ground-type moves. Lugia and Ho-Oh don't have any ground-type moves anyway, so you're safe. Okay, now that we got that cleared up, Thunderbolts again on Ho-Oh, leaves him with 11 HP. Latias is now down to 8, but we're pretty much in the clear here. We're going to go for an Aeroblast with Lugia, and oh, that is beautiful. Down it goes. And yeah, we got that on our first try. I think we would have been okay even if we did not get that critical hit on Latios in the second turn, was it? Yeah. We got a little bit lucky, but I think we would have been okay either way. Alright, so now comes the really difficult part, and I'm going to hope that the luck will be on my side, although most of the times, as you've noticed watching most of my playthroughs, the luck is not usually on my side, at least not at first. We're going to get a max revive for our Troubles, which is always nice. You can always sell that for a lot of money if you don't want to use it. Alright, so we obtained Battle CD 48, and obviously this is going to be the B-side. It's going to I don't know what I was going to say there. It's going to switch our Pokemon around. So we're going to have Latias and Latios, and they're going to have Lugia and Ho-Oh. But the bad part about this, and the part that makes it incredibly unfair, is that we don't have the Soul Dew. I mean, if they were allowed to have Soul Dew inside A, why can't we have Soul Dew inside B when everything's switched around? But that makes this 100 million times more difficult. And I'm kind of afraid, honestly. I'm afraid at how long this is going to take for me to defeat it. Alright, let's do this. Lugia and Ho-Oh are pretty much going to have the same strategy as before. Ho-Oh is going to probably go for Aerial Ace. And Lugia will probably attempt to lower our speed with Icy Wind, because the only real advantage we have right now is the speed advantage. Alright, we do have Recover with Latias, so keep that in mind. That might be very useful in case they accidentally get a critical hit or something. Well, I suppose that wouldn't be accidental, would it? What I'm going to do is Protect with Latios on the first turn, because I'm thinking that they're both going to try to attack Latios on the first turn. Well, I'm thinking the Lugia is actually going to go for an Icy Wind, and then Ho-Oh will attack Latios. Yes, so there we go. Icy Wind with Lugia, and it's going to hit Latias, so its speed is going to be lowered, and it's going to miss because of Protect on Latios, which means that we don't have our speed lowered, which is awesome. And no, Ho-Oh actually goes for an Aerial Ace on Latias, which is not what I was thinking was going to happen, but that's alright. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to go for a Recover with Latias because I got attacked by both of them. And then we'll go for a Psychic with Latios. Obviously not on Lugia because that would be stupid. We're going to use that on Ho-Oh. And the best strategy I can think of is to get rid of Ho-Oh first, because Ho-Oh obviously has a much higher attacking power, so you want to get him off the field first. He is clearly the more dangerous of the two. Lugia has maybe some type advantages with Ice Beam and Icy Wind, but Ho-Oh is just definitely the stronger of the two legendary birds. Alright, so we use Recover with Latias, so we got all of our health back. We're back up to full HP. Latios, unfortunately, is down to 11 HP. And what I'm going to do this turn is go for a Protect, anticipating that both Lugia and Ho-Oh are going to double team Latios in an effort to knock him out. And apparently, I was correct in that. And so that buys me a free turn here. So I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt on Ho-Oh, and it brings him down all the way down to 5 HP. Which kind of sucks, honestly, because now I have to use another turn to attack him. It would have been awesome if he was knocked out in that turn, because then I could get another attack off on Lugia as well. Alright, well, the most logical thing to do is to get rid of Ho-Oh by whatever means necessary. So, I think what I'm going to do is go for a Thunderbolt with Latias, and then use Latios to get rid of Ho-Oh, because at least with Latias, it may not be as powerful with its special attack as Latios is, but it does have a type advantage in Thunderbolt, so we're going to go for that. Psychic with Latios brings Ho-Oh down, and that is just good news for us. However, we do still have to deal with Lugia's Aeroblast, and that can be a problem for a bunch of reasons. As you see Latios going down there. One of those reasons is that it has a very high critical hit ratio, and I'm not usually lucky with those types of things, so Aeroblast can very easily knock us out, very possibly in one hit if he gets a critical hit. It also is a stab move for Lugia, so as you can see, I mean, it takes away about half of our HP, even without getting a critical hit. We're going to go for a Thunderbolt, and my goodness, without Soul Dew, that does almost nothing. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, so we're going to need to go for a Recover here. Thankfully, Aeroblast only has 5 PP, so Lugia actually might not be able to use it again after this turn. I don't know. Maybe one more time? I don't know. We may be stuck using Ice Beam. At this point in time, it would be awesome if Latias did have the pressure ability like I thought these dragons did, because Lugia would be just about out of attacks by now, but that's not the case. So, Ice Beam brought us down to 35 HP, but with Recover, we're back up to 140. So we've only gained a little tiny bit of ground, because when I first used Recover, I was at like 110, 115, somewhere in there. Problem becomes, I don't know if I'm going to be able to win this. I would have to like just keep recovering, hope that Lugia doesn't freeze me or get a critical hit, and then wait for him to run out of PP with Ice Beam. You can do that, but I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt here and see what happens. And I get a critical hit! And Lugia's going to go down without even a chance to muster up any resistance. And that's going to be it for this battle CD. Wow. That was just crazy. Okay, I do have to say that we definitely got a little bit lucky right there, because I don't think we would have beaten it had we not gotten that critical hit. That's for sure. One strategy that I do suggest you use if you get down to Lugia and you're in the same position that I am in, is to just recover and recover and recover and recover and stall out until Lugia can only use Icy Wind, because that's going to leave you in a much better position as far as taking damage. Anyway, we get a max revive for our efforts. And I believe there are a total of 2 battle CDs done, or not done, 2 battle CDs left in the entire game. So in the next episode, we're going to go grab both of them and complete both of them and be done with the battle CDs for good. But thank you very much for watching, folks, and please stay tuned for the next episode, episode number 107. Game on.